Alrighty guys, welcome back to another episode here. Today we are going to be recapping, I hate to say it, but my swing trading. I know I have talked about how I'm trying to stop swing trading and I don't like it and it takes away from my concentration, and I'm down $200, 200 something dollars today in my day trading account, and the fact of the matter is, once I stopped out in day trading today and I went past my $150 max loss limit, the first thing I did was whip out my phone and start buying options. And that is something that I'm trying to control, but it's the emotions, it's the pressure of trying to always find a trade, and it's something I gotta cut out. Like this morning, I should have been more slow and waited for my setups to show themselves, and I shouldn't have been hopping in trades early. I gotta slow down and just take less trades. And four trades, I took 4 day trades today. It's the less I've ever done. I've always done more than that, so that's good. I'm trying to take maybe 2 or 3. So guys, that just reminded me of something I wanted to go over with you. Now, a lot of you guys that watched my previous video and you watched my, when I talked about AMD and I went over why I was looking at it, pre-market, and, so I was looking at it, I said it had gapped up, and I was looking at it to break down under this 24 level, and I got in late down here, and it ended up, if you can see this candle, sorry guys, you can see, so I was wanted to get in around here, but you can see it gap down in pre-market and aftermarket hours, so I got in down here, but I really should have waited for the retracement up here to near my level and got in. And let's go, I wanted to talk, let's go look at it closer up on the 1 day. So I wanted to so I got in early right here, and I went over and I told you guys, I explained the stop loss level and how I should have got in up here near my original entry thought, or up here. And some of you guys might think, well, after you got shook out, I talked about in my last video how I took my trades here and I got shook out. And some of you guys might be thinking, well, why didn't I hop back? Why didn't I wait and get back in up here and take the trade and take the trade and rode it all the way down to my profit target? And the answer to that is because it's psychological, guys, and I don't have it. And you have to set your stop losses. I had my 3 losses on the day. I pulled the trigger early. I got burned, and you can't. Even though this is paper trading, I treat this just like it's real money. I take the same share size I'm going to take in my account when I open it, whenever that is, here soon, and I stop out. I try to stop out and set my stop loss accordingly to the 2% maximum loss. And also with that, you need to be able to walk away. And every day I go to the gym at 11:30, between 11:30 and 12, depending on the market. But I go to the gym and I go for a run just because I cannot watch this all day. It's just too much on you, especially after you have a loss like this. It messes with you, and you want to jump back in and stuff, but it's not when it's real money and it's a business and you're trying to feed yourself. Sometimes you just 4 trades and you have 4 losses, so you can't keep taking trades. So maybe tomorrow I sit back and wait, and I wait for something to set up better for me like this. So And guys, one other thing. A lot of people, I want to clarify this with paper trading. A lot of people will tell you paper trading is simulated money. A lot of people will tell you that it's not good to trade on paper trading for a long time because people don't have the same, it doesn't play with your emotions the same way. And I will say that's true, but for me right now, you know what? I have experienced big losses with real money. And I've had experienced big losses day trading with real money, losses bigger than the $228 that I'm down today. I've lost over $1,000 in a day before, and I know what it feels like. And at this point, like I've said in my previous video named Big Losses, um, this is it. Like I've already experienced. That's the other thing, guys. I've already experienced this massive loss, and I'm down, just barely hanging on by the skin of my teeth, really. And I have people that say, "Well, what do I do to get started?" Well, the first thing you have to do, guys, looking back on it, this is so hard. If I knew what I know now when I started out, I might not have never even started because it's so much work and I don't know, it's just really hard, guys. But so you really got to be successful. Like I'm putting in all this work and I'm still down $228 today. But but that being said, you're gonna have runs of luck. Like I did have that 1 month when I just kept gaining money. I made 10% in a month total gains or more than that, and that luck ran out, and then I went bigger, and then I doubled up, I doubled down, and that's when I got burnt, and that happens to a lot of people, and it all depends on how invested you are in to start with. So I went almost fully invested. I wouldn't recommend that. You gotta. For me, I had to use real money to keep my interest. I couldn't keep my interest with paper trading, but some people may be able to. But looking back on it, you're either going to get burned like I did eventually and have to go to paper trading like I did, and that's a hard, bitter pill to swallow, and it sucks. Or you're going to have to start out paper trading. So if you're serious about this and want to get involved, I mean, it's a long road. Now you can still do it as a hobby, but you're just going to lose money over time, and it's exciting. It's like going to the casino, you know. If you like to gamble, you like to do this, but the fun comes to an end, and the fun has come to an end, and all it is work. All it is work. And it's work with there's no promise, and there's no guarantees that you're ever going to succeed, and it's likely that you will lose a lot of your money. So, that being said, that covers that, but anything's possible. The only thing holding me back is myself. As we can see, I marked my levels off. It didn't hit anything perfectly, but I had a good enough idea of what to do. I just couldn't execute because the head game wasn't there. I need to get on it. I need to be able to really concentrate and self-control, self-discipline, and don't don't chase anything. Don't chase the stock. Don't get fear. Don't get in here. Don't you gotta. So I'll stop rambling on that for now. All right, so let's go to my swing trades. So this is the other thing. The NVIDIA trade I talked about before. I talked about before how I'd gotten in way earlier down here and I'd sold out and whatever. Well, I had talked about that I was sold up here and I was maybe thinking there would be a pullback and I'd get back in. Well, same thing today. I got back in today and I bought a contract, but I bought up here near the VWAP thinking we were going to get a bounce off the VWAP. And what we did was pull under the VWAP and then reverse, and we closed out about the same price that I bought. if I had stuck to my plan, this green line that we had here, it bounced off it perfectly. I kept holding, and I'm still holding this. I didn't sell out here because I would have, but I'm under PDT with Robinhood, and that ends in a month now. And if I were to sell it, then I would have been under another 3 months, I think. So, after analyzing that and seeing how it held real good under this is the previous day close. That's a real important level. It held up under that and then reversed, and everything else was dropping off way down at this point, and this stock was holding near the previous day close, and the market wasn't looking too hot then. But this one held up, and then when the market reversed, because I knew the market would reverse because we talked about how strong it is recently, and it started off strong this morning, and it just had one pullback and kept going strong. Well, so that gave me confidence in holding this during this period, and now I'm break even on that. But with contracts, and I'm buying, I am a buyer of the contract, and basically that means it will lose time decay instead of gain time decay. So if this opens up flat and doesn't go up and run tomorrow, I need to sell this thing. So I'm going to try to close that out. It's not a very good position. About break even on it. If I would have gotten my good entry that I was looking for and been more patient instead of buying up in here, I would have, just like we said again, guys, if I would have stuck to my plan, I would have been good. Alright, let's go to the CGC trade here. Not CGC, guys. I took a trade on Cronos today. Now, so Cronos we had talked about in previous videos. It's moving up really straight up in the air. Look at this move. It's going straight up. This is where it's at now. I mean, so I told you that Citron Research. Over the weekend, I was talking about the stock. Then on Monday, Citron Research came out with a news release saying they were shorting the stock. And then someone who I follow in a group said they were shorting the stock. And as you guys know, I got shook out on a trade in here yesterday on a day trade, and the stock sold off tremendously, and then it came up reverse in pre-market and had this massive sell-off down to $20 and bounced back up and closed and bounced back up here. Well, I got short right here. This is the previous day close, this golden line. This golden line is the previous day close. This is where I got short. I held through this squeeze, and I drew this green trend line after we made this mark to know where I would stop out. I would stop out above this line, because that means if we came up above this green line, we would break the downward trend line. So that was a rough stop out area. I wouldn't stop out at that or just above it. I would wait for the stock to confirm a continuation out of this line, and then I would sell and stop out or buy back because I shorted the stock. So I bought 2 contracts short, and I'm still holding short. I'm under the PDT rule. I normally would have covered up right here on this blue line, at least 1 contract, but the PDT rule, I gotta hold this position. That's the other reason I don't want to be swing trading, guys. I need to wait till March until I can be able to buy and sell in the same day. Also, with options, you can also do other things like write contracts on the other side and get paid for them and cover your position that way, but that's more complicated. You need collateral for that, or you need to have your position move in the market. Alright, guys, well, so something dawned on me. So a lot of you guys might be wondering, and I'm running out of time, so I gotta hurry up, but you guys might be wondering why I'm selling the stock after it shoots up right here so much. Well, this stock is going up and down so much. Well, this is called short squeezing, guys. This is where people who shorted the stock up here, they dropped, and the buying pressure came in, and they covered their shares, and when the short sellers, they have to buy the shares back from the bank, so they're buying the shares back, and that creates buying pressure and drives the price up. Now, other short sellers will also come in here, and I picked this level because it was close of previous close of day, so I'm looking for